Welcome back to Not So Grand Garage. The weather is starting to turn on us, and it's getting kind of cold out. Got a fire going in the house. It's a nice brisk 25-ish out right now, and temperatures are going to be dipping into the teens the rest of the week, and it's just going to get colder from here. So this is that time of year where block heaters and glow plug systems and all that stuff, especially on these old trucks, become real valuable. So in this video, I'm gonna go over how my block heater setup is here at the house, and I really like how it works. I've got the same setup at the shop at where I work, and it works really well. And yeah, so I'm gonna go over it real quick, and I will do another video on the manual glow plug setup I've got in this. A lot of people ask questions about it, so look out for that video too. But anyways, let's get into this one. So originally, I had the block heater cord just kind of dangling out through the grill. When I put this truck together the first time, when I put this engine in this truck, that was about 7 or 8 years ago, 8, 9, something like that. I'm losing track of time. But I replaced the block heater at that point, and you can get the factory or OEM style block heaters from Rock Auto for a fairly decent price. Maybe able to find them off Amazon too. I'll find everything I use in this video. I'll drop links to it in the video description. That way you can find it easily. But yeah, so now with the new bumper setup that I've got on this truck, which I really like. Yeah, big hydraulic winch, hydraulic capstan setup, winch controls, winch is tucked away. Makes a nice work platform. But anyways, not about the bumper, but the glow plug setup. So I've got a flush mount NOCO waterproof outlet or receptacle right here. Lets me plug in to the wall gas, and that is split underneath the bumper. It's got 2 female plugs coming off the back side of that receptacle, and I've got the block heater and an onboard battery tender on the truck. So anytime it's plugged in or what have you, the battery tender is on, maintaining the batteries, and the block heater's on. I always power, you can see this cord laying out here, block heaters and stuff like that, 12 gauge outdoor cord only. The shorter the better. This cord, I believe, is either 25 or 50 feet. Plenty for what the block heater and battery tender pull. But I've seen people lose trucks, lose garages, homes, because of running cheap extension cords on their block heaters, not realizing that some of these block heaters will pull 1,000 to 1,200 watts. You run a cheap cord, especially out in the elements, you'll melt that cord down. You can overload outlets and stuff in your garage, in your house, what have you, cause a fire. Don't do that. But yeah, a good heavy 12 gauge extension cord, outdoor rated, is a wise investment. Now, in the shop, which is currently a disaster, but this is my favorite part of this thing. I've had this for years, and it has not failed yet. I was killing timers on a regular basis. I'd get I've tried all different brands of outdoor light timers and stuff like that, rated for the correct current, but they'd last maybe a year and they'd fail. This one here has held up for 4 years now without failure. It is fully programmable Woods timer. It is rated for, let's see here if it's on the back, I don't recall, 3/4 horse motors, 8 amp ballast, 15 amp resistive loads, 1875 watts. It is a great setup. It allows you to program all different kinds of setups in it. So if you've got different days you need your block heater and stuff to come on at different times, you work different shifts and things like that, a lot of people do nowadays, yeah, you can program that in, program it to come on 2 hours or so before you leave, and you'll be good to go. That setup is fantastic. You can also, when you don't want to use the timer setup, there's a button right here that controls it from, right now it's auto off because it is not scheduled to be on, but you can turn it manually on, auto on, which kind of reverses the whole schedule, or off completely. I'll turn it back to auto off. It also does automatic daylight savings time and all that stuff if you've got it set up that way. And yeah, it works really well. That way you don't have your block heater and all that stuff plugged in overnight when it's not really necessary. 2 to 3 hours will typically get the engine coolant as hot as it's gonna get. And yeah, that 5 or so hours less that the block heater is running, maybe longer, is just less energy you're wasting. And lower electric bills in the winter is always a good thing. But yeah, very simple setup, and it's reliable, saves money, saves electricity, and works. So yeah, be sure to check the video description, and I will put all of these components in there. If I can find them, I'll see if I can find the best price on everything and just link everything for you guys so you can find it. With that said, if you would, hit that thumbs up button. Helps us out quite a bit and doesn't cost you anything. I am now getting snowed on. First snow of the year. Yeah, if you haven't already, please subscribe. We appreciate you watching.